fuck? Why is it not recording my voice? Oh, you know, there's a little lag, so I'll have to cut it. That's the fucking Golden Crimson Fury right there. In Twisted Metal, this is Twisted Metal, by the way. We all got golden cars now, so some people put it on every car. I just put it on Crimson Fury because it's a little overused. But yeah, this match, I started out with the Meat Wagon, as you see right here. Switch over to the Roadkill. I jump inside a Juggernaut, which is the giant truck. So I'm just telling you now because I really don't talk about the gameplay of this video. I don't plan on it. And then in the end, I just use the Golden Crimson Fury because the match is about to end. So I'm like, hey, why the fuck not? I'll just drive around for a sec. And yeah, quick thing about this game is Twisted Metal. It's fucking awesome. I think it's really fun to watch and play. But the thing about it is that with the health, it's not like your normal game. You start out with a lot of health, and you get beat up and stuff, and you don't magically regain health. The only way to regain health is to get a health pickup, and those are dropped by when you kill an enemy. They'll drop a health pickup, or when they'll be like scattered around the map, and you got to go find those. So you'll see that. And by the way, on this map, when you fall off, you don't instantly die. You just get dealt damage. So if you have low damage already and you fall off, then you die. But otherwise, you'll just respawn with lower health. But that's not what I'm talking about today. As you see in the title, I'm fucking talking about the future of gaming. Because right now, at this point, I think there's a lot of gamers who aren't planning on stopping their gaming when they're older, when they're adults and stuff, you know? Like, say right now, 2012, the amount of 30-year-olds who actually game, I don't want to give you a number because it's probably dead wrong. But say there's 5 right now, right? There's 5 30-year-olds gaming, which is completely false. You know, terribly, there's not 5. But in the future, with this current gaming community right here, with this how you say generation, yeah, of gamers, I don't see a lot of them giving up gaming. I know I personally won't. I'm not gonna be, you know, like, oh my god, gaming. I'm gonna be that guy that's, you know, like obsessed with it when I'm older. That'd be a little weird. I'm obviously gonna have a life outside of gaming, but I don't see myself not buying the next PlayStation and the PlayStation after that because I'm just, you know, I want to keep up. I want to have fun with that shit. And so I could see myself when I'm 30 having a PlayStation and playing it, you know, maybe when I get the chance on the weekends or whatnot. And that'd be really cool. And so then I got thinking, well, you know, what is the future of gaming going to be like? Because if we look in the past, it's progressively gained to this, but nothing too much has changed, you know? You have the NES controller, and I'm talking about controllers right now because that really is what defines the style of gameplay. Because from the NES controller, we get the GameCube, we get the Xboxes, we get the PlayStations, you know, that's really it. And all the controllers will be the same with the joysticks and the buttons and stuff. And right now, I think we're at the point where I really can't see the controllers changing that much, you know? Xbox and PlayStation, they're going to keep on giving you those controllers. And those are always going to be popular. And shit, my headphones low on battery. But I'll still deal with this. And then you got the Wii, right? And they gave you the Wii remotes, and we could throw in the Move too. And the thing about that is, that's not your mainstream style of play, and I don't see that ever taking over as the mainstream style of play. And by mainstream, I mean what you're using to play Call of Duty, basically, and other games, obviously. But Call of Duty is a good example. What are you using to play Call of Duty in the future? Right now, we're using those classic controllers, and in the future, I really see these being the classic controllers. I don't see it being type of thing like a Wii mode. You know, obviously, maybe they'll make that an option. But that's not what, you know, the casual, everyday gamer is going to be using. He's going to be using the normal controller. Just because, you know, we know the disadvantages of the Wiimote. We know the disadvantage of the Move. It's not fully, you don't actually feel like you're controlling stuff. The Kinect, that has potential. Obviously, we know all, you know, the disadvantages and advantages of using these types of forms. The Kinect, you know, I mean, you know, it limits gaming because you don't have buttons in that one. You know, I mean, you can move around and stuff, and that's cool. But, you know, it really becomes like a gaming-specific type thing. Like, what game are you playing? Oh, you're playing this? All right, you could use Kinect. Oh, what game are you playing? You're doing this? You can't play Kinect. You know, and that's the dealio with that. Then you got the Wii U coming out. And I do not see that at all becoming the mainstream style of play that other companies adapt and start putting out there. I mean, I could see like PlayStation maybe or Xbox throwing like a little screen, a really small screen where like the PlayStation and Xbox buttons are, you know, right in the middle of the controller. I don't know what that would do. Maybe it'd be like iPod shuffle size. I'd imagine, you know, like that type of size, maybe smaller. I don't know if they could fit it. And that'd be cool. I don't know what advantage that would have. Maybe you could switch some mini things there, like some settings. But I don't never see like this giant tablet becoming the style of game. It'll be fun. It'll be cool for specific games that the Wii comes out with, like the whole Wii controller was. But it will never be, you know, the mainstream style of play. So I don't see that in the future being like everyone's going to be using that. a lot of articles I've read actually on StumbleUpon are saying the future of gaming is the iPhone with their apps and stuff, all this handheld shit. And I'm just gonna say I disagree. Yeah, it'll take away customers from consoles. It'll take away, money, I guess. But it's never gonna. I mean, it could take over. It could be more popular, but it's never gonna really stop consoles. There'll still be consoles. Consoles obviously will still be as popular as now, more popular. It'll just, I mean, maybe it won't be as popular as iPhone gaming, which are super popular. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying the future of consoles isn't bleak at all. It's gonna be sick. And I mean, thinking about that, what other styles of gameplay could you throw in there? A bodysuit, maybe? I mean, we've seen that actually circle thing that you could run around with. That's cool, but that's obviously expensive, big, not a good idea for the casual game mainstream shit. But like I said, a bodysuit. Imagine if you put on gloves, a hat, and like socks or something, and that connects to the game, and you could fool around that way. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be another step up from the Kinect. Because you really need some sort of controller type thing, or else if it's just your body, there's really not much you can do. I mean, there's stuff you can do, but not much. So a bodysuit would be sick, like that, if you understand what I'm saying. You put that shit on, that connects, and maybe that could have buttons around somewhere. What else? A hologram. Holograms would be cool. Imagine if a hologram is projected and that becomes your controller. And then holograms for specific games are obviously different. So if you're playing Call of Duty, it'll project a gun at you. And I mean, how sick would that be? You could actually hold the hologram. I don't know how they'll figure that technology out, but if they fucking figure that out, that'll be mainstream. There's no doubt in my mind that if it becomes cheap enough, then you got holograms for everything. And then depend on what other game you're playing. If you're playing fucking, I don't even know, like a football game, you get a fucking football projected, and then you throw it. I mean, come on, that'd be sick. That'd be fucking awesome. Holograms. I wish that would happen. And you can project enemies too. I don't even know. Right? Hologram mixed with 3D. That's crazy shit. If anything, I guess that's the future of gaming. If you have any other ideas, just comment or something if you really want to. Yeah. So that's that. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what else they could throw in there. Obviously, different software when you look in the future. More memory, probably stored on the cloud or something. More online features. I'm not really sure how it could get bigger. Maybe free online for Xbox. If Xbox came out with free online, that'd be fucking awesome. Then I'd consider getting an Xbox. I don't know. I'd probably consider getting both actually, because there's just exclusive games. But but yeah. Also, here's the thing. Next generation, if Xbox, which is probably gonna happen, they come out, you're gonna be like, you gotta pay for live still. And PlayStation comes out, and they're like, you can't. You get it for free. Then I believe PlayStation's gonna actually win the next console war, the next generation, because I mean Xbox, there's still all those loyal fans, but I see a lot of rational people saying, it's probably not worth it. I'd rather just switch over. All I'm playing is Call of Duty anyways, and I could play for free on PlayStation, so why not go for that? Because that's what really happened towards the end of this generation. You saw a lot more PlayStation sales, I believe. I don't know what I'm saying here, but you saw a lot more sales because a lot of people are like, they're pretty much similar. And exclusive games aside, they're like, it's pretty much similar. I'll go get my PlayStation instead. If PlayStation starts charging, actually, which is probably not the most likely, but if there was any change, it'd be that PlayStation starts charging for online. And yeah, that'd be bad. I would hate that, but I'd probably still get a PlayStation, or I'd consider Xbox. But I don't know. I like Killzone. I like Uncharted, so I'd probably still get a PlayStation. Unless it's like fucking $150 online a month, then fuck that. But yeah, otherwise, stick on the PlayStation. That's just me. But what else could gaming companies throw in there as new software? I guess you got integrated recording. What does that mean? I don't fucking know. Say you got your Hotpod, right? Right, you got your Hotpod, and you connect I'll say PlayStation, you connect your PlayStation to your Hotpod to your computer. Imagine if gaming consoles just recorded themselves. You connect your gaming console to your computer, and it'll record straight to there. And that would be fucking awesome. That would put, obviously, a lot of, Roxio Game Cap, that'd be gone if that happened. Because, every console would have that shit. But, yeah, that'd be interesting. That's the type of stuff that they should really think about. Just to make our lives easier. Imagine if it replaces your cable box. So instead of going out getting Verizon Files or Comcast or whatever the hell you want to get, DirecTV, it's actually a cable box. Obviously, I think you definitely pay monthly to Sony or Microsoft, and I don't see this really happening. But just imagine, best comes to best, you could fucking go on your PlayStation and watch. You can watch NBC, you can watch Fox, you can watch ESPN, you can watch Nickelodeon, you can watch fucking Disney Channel. Get some Hannah Montana on your PlayStation. I mean, you know, you can do that with Netflix, obviously, but it's a different experience. I'm talking about actual cable box, live TV on your console, and that probably will never happen. But that's the type of shit that, you know, that maybe one day. What else could they change? Obviously, we see like the DVD, right? For like watching movies and whatnot. The DVDs really died out, and obviously CDs for listening to music, that's pretty much gone now that you have all this virtual storing, like on your iPod and shit. And here I switched to the Golden Crimson Fairy. Oh god, the match is almost over. I'm gonna make this quick. Either they change the disc size, or you know, change the look of it. I could really see that happening because they are pretty big at this point. So change that shit up. Not that I care that much. That really doesn't change too much. But change that. And make it, if you still have discs, you can put multiple in at a time. Like sort of like imagine like a car radio. You put in 6 discs, and then you know they're all in there, and then you could choose from that which one you want to play. Because that seems necessary if they still have discs. Otherwise, you're gonna want to. It'll all be virtual, and you see I went 10-3 here. It'll all be virtual, and the match is almost over. But screw that, whatever. I'll keep talking for a little. It's all virtual, and then if it's all fucking virtual, like I said a million times, and you go buy that on like the PlayStation Store or Xbox Marketplace, then what the fuck happens to GameStop? You know, I mean that'd be gone, and then we'd probably rejoice because everyone hates GameStop because you know it's the evil empire of gaming. I'd assume, you know, people whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but just it's fun to think about. You know, what's gonna be happening in the future of gaming? If you have any ideas, obviously appreciate comments. But otherwise, peace, brah.